This is the Roulette Master, and if you want to join a community of people that love playing roulette and get better at it every single day of the week, then go ahead and hit that red subscribe button in the lower right-hand corner. Also, ring that bell for notifications because I have new content releasing every single day of the week at 8 a.m. And before we get started today, I just want to thank everyone again for all of your support on TheRouletteMaster.com. All of the people that have been on there checking about how I started playing roulette and also purchasing hats and shirts. The support has been fantastic. So I just wanted to thank you for that first. And let's go ahead and get started with today's video. I think you're really going to like it. And with all the systems out there like Martingale where we double and double and double or triple on some of them, today we're going to do a flat betting system that I think you're really going to enjoy. So we're going to actually start with, we're going to do red and black today. We're going to play follow the winner. And let me switch those to $20 bets. All right, here we go. We're going to get started, and we're going to have a trigger that's going to help us through this. Because just flat betting won't do you a whole lot of good unless you're just really lucky. So we're going to play follow the winner. We're going to keep it at $20. And we're going to monitor our losses. And let's see, that's 23 red. So that's 2 losses in a row. So now we're going to switch back to red for 20. And with like any follow the winner system, obviously we're going to want to cash out after a long sequence of one color. So let's see where we're at. We're minus 20 right now. Again, we're playing follow the winner. So we're going to stay on that, and we're going to have a trigger for this where if we lose 5 in a row, we're going to make an adjustment, and I can't wait to tell you about it. So let's go ahead and switch to black for 20, and there's 1 loss in a row. So keep track of how many losses in a row you've had. There's 2 losses in a row. And let's see where we're at. We're minus 60 right now. So remember, when we're minus 100, we have a trigger. So now, here we go again. Red 5. There's a win. So we haven't hit that trigger yet. We're minus 40. And here we go. 11 black. Okay, so we're going to switch to black. Remember to monitor where we're at. We're minus 60. And it's really 5 losses in a row or minus $100, whichever happens first. Okay, so we got a win there. And here we go. Another win. Okay, minus 20. We're still on black. And here we go. Okay, we lost that one. So if you do get way ahead and you lose 5 in a row, we're still going to make this adjustment. So that's why we also want to keep track of how many in a row we've lost. So there's 1 right there, because we don't want to give up all the money that we were ahead. But there's another win, and we're minus 20 now, and we're back to red. And the cool thing about playing this is occasionally you see 8 or 10 in a row of one color when you go, and when that happens, it really pays off. But we're switching to black now, and can't wait to share with you this trigger. And 29 black. And if we don't get there, I'll share it with you anyway. We're minus 20. But eventually you're going to have 5 losses in a row, or you're going to be down 100, one of the two. But hopefully you're way up before that happens. So there's 1 loss. Now we're going to go to red for 20. But the nice thing about flat betting is that you're not going to need a huge bankroll, and you're not going to have to worry about, doubling the bet every single time. So we're minus 20 now. And for those of you that like to make money fast, this might not be the best one, but flat betting for some people is much safer. And even if you get on a bad run, you're okay. So now we're 20 on black, but remember, we got to keep track of how many losses we've had. Whatever happens first, whether it's 5 losses in a row or minus 100, triggers the change that I'm going to tell you about. Okay. So that starts the count over again, but we're still looking at the overall losses also, which are, we're actually at 0 right now. Let's see if we can go on a run. If we don't get the trigger, I'm just going to tell you what it is and tell you how it'll really help you out. There's another win. So we're playing Follow the Winner, taking advantage of this color streak. We're up 20 now. But the main reason to play this is to not have to bring a huge bankroll. And I know a lot of you don't have a massive bankroll, so this would be a good way to play once you know the trigger. And obviously, if you're not doubling, whenever you get up a good amount, you just want to cash out. There's a loss. We're minus 20 again. And like I said, even if we're not in the negative, if we have 5 losses in a row, we're also going to use the trigger. And there's another loss. That's twice in a row. We're minus 40. So whatever happens first, let's see what happens here. Okay. There's a win, but we're still minus 20. Let's go red for 20. So now we'll have 20 on red, and we add 10 more to that. And here we go. There's a 0. That's a loss just like anything else. So keep track of that. And we're still on red though because black hasn't hit. We're minus 40. So if we get to that minus 100, again, or the 5 in a row, we're going to make a big change here. Okay, $20 on red. Now we switch to black. We're minus 60 right now. So we're getting closer to that minus 100. Okay. And here we go. Okay. We're minus 60 now. Let's see what we get. So red 27. Okay. We're minus 40 now. Red 7. And this is kind of inspired by one of the subscribers, Jeffrey Eisenberg, who developed a similar system that he sent in about when you're down 10 units, changing your strategy. And I can't wait to share that with you. We're minus 40 right now. And here we go. The only problem with it is the length of the video. This might take a while, but you know, flat betting is just so much safer for some of you that don't have large bankrolls. I hope you really enjoy playing this way once I share this with you here. And I'll share, if we don't get a chance, I'll share it with you here soon. And because we're at 0 right now. And we still need one of those triggers. 36 red. And if we don't get there, I'll simulate it here soon. Just we'll do a simulation. We're minus 20. And here we go. Okay, 20 on red. We're back to 0. So let's see where this takes us. There's another win. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and share it with you now. And like I said, this was inspired by Jeffrey Eisenberg, who came up with a similar system for his low roller heaven system. And just so you know, you can use it on that as well. But basically, it's where once you're down 10 units or you've lost 5 in a row, on his original one it was 10 in a row, but I modified it to 5. Let's do black here, where it's 0. When you're down 5 units, or in this case $100, it's going to trigger you to double the amount that you're using. So now we're putting 20 on black, and here we go. And then if you get up $100, you go back to where the original bet. Or if you lose another 10 units, or actually, I'm sorry, 5 units, then you double the amount again. So you'd go from 10 to, or from 20 to 40 to 80, but it would take a long time for that to happen. And that's why Jeffrey likes this progression, because you can see we're still at 0 though. He likes this progression because it's very, very safe, and it would take a long time. And he said that eventually you always end up ahead. So 20 on red now. So basically, I'll simulate it for you here in a second. 34 red. I'll simulate it on our next loss. So let's go red for 20. There's a 31 black. Okay, so let's just assume that we've lost 5 in a row, or we're down 100 right now, even though it says we're minus 20. So when that happens, we're going to switch to we're going to double the bet. And we're going to do that until we either win 10 units, or I'm sorry, 5 units. Now, the original one was 10. Or if we lose another 5 units, or $100. Actually, at that point, it'd be $200. You would go ahead and double it again. But basically, now we would go from 20 to 40. Sorry about the confusion there. That's because the original system was 10 units, and I modified it to 5 so that it wouldn't take as long for the trigger. And let's see. So now, see, we're minus 20. And the bets just have gone from 20 to 40. And you can use this with any size of bet. In fact, the original system that he used was dollars. So that would be super safe for those of you that can't risk hardly anything. Then, using this with single dollars, whether wherever you play that it would allow that, that would be really safe. Okay, there's a black for 40. We're minus 20. And let's see what we can get here. There's another one. Eventually, you're going to get a string of colors. And that's the whole reason, that's the whole thing we're waiting for, is a long streak of colors. And we're starting to finally get it. And I know a lot of you think it's probably impossible to make some good money with flat betting. But if you do it this way and you're patient, it might take a long time, but can really pay off. And look, we're finally getting a color streak. Up 100 now. So that's basically it. You bet the same thing each time, no matter what unit you start with. Once you're down 5 units, you double the amount that you're starting with, but you're still flat betting. And if you win 5 units after that, you go back to the original amount. If you lose another 5 units, then you double the amount again. So if you started with $20 like we did today, you'd go to 40, but it would take a long time to have to go to 80 or to 160. This is just a very long progression, but it's really good. Flat betting is really good for people that don't have a large bankroll. So I hope you enjoyed this video. And you can, use it with any increment that you want. And just want to thank you guys. Everyone on the channel has been fantastic, and I really enjoy how you guys are helping each other out, answering each other's questions, and it's really a fun thing to be a part of. So thank you all for that, and thank you guys for your support at TheRouletteMaster.com shop, and appreciate all the purchases that you guys have been making in there. That's really nice of you. So thank you for that, and this is the Roulette Master, and have a great day, guys.